Have you ever noticed how a single negative thought can spiral out of control and ruin your entire day? One moment you're feeling fine and the next you're consumed by worry, doubt or fear. It's almost as if these thoughts have a mind of their own, distorting your reality and making it difficult to see things as they truly are. Negative thoughts and beliefs are more than just fleeting moments of doubt. They can significantly cloud our perception of reality. When we allow these thoughts to take root, they can lead to a cycle of stress and anxiety, causing us to second-guess ourselves and even sabotage our own success. This mental fog prevents us from recognizing opportunities and diminishes our ability to experience joy in our daily lives. Over time, this can create a pervasive sense of hopelessness, making it feel like we're stuck in a pattern we can't escape. But what if I told you there's a way to break free from this cycle? In this video, we'll explore effective strategies to transform those negative thoughts into empowering beliefs. By learning how to reframe our thinking, we can regain control over our mental landscape and pave the way for a brighter, more fulfilling reality. Let's dive in. Negative thinking isn't just a passing mood. It actively affects our brain and how we perceive the world around us. When we engage in negative thoughts, we often fall prey to cognitive distortions, patterns of thinking that lead us to view situations through a distorted lens. For example, catastrophizing involves imagining the worst possible outcome, while black and white thinking leads us to see situations in extremes without acknowledging the gray areas. Then there's overgeneralization, where we take a single event and conclude that it represents our entire life. These thought patterns create a cycle that reinforces negativity, making it feel as if we are constantly battling an uphill struggle. Consider two scenarios. On one day, a minor setback, like spilling coffee on your shirt, sets the tone for everything that follows. You might think, "This day is ruined. Everything always goes wrong for me." In this moment, your negative lens magnifies the frustration, leading you to overlook the good moments, like a compliment from a coworker or a friendly chat with a neighbor. In contrast, on another day, the same coffee spill may evoke a chuckle, prompting you to think, "Well, that's an interesting start to the day. Let's see how it unfolds." By shifting your perspective, you can focus on opportunities rather than obstacles. When we allow these negative thoughts to go unchecked, they can lead to serious consequences. Low self-esteem can creep in, making us doubt our abilities and worth. Poor decision-making follows, as our skewed perceptions can lead us to take unnecessary risks or avoid opportunities altogether. Over time, these patterns can rob us of our confidence and joy, trapping us in a cycle of despair and stagnation. Negative thoughts are not set in stone. They can be transformed by shifting our perspectives. This process, known as reframing, involves looking at a situation from a different angle to change the emotional response. Instead of allowing negativity to dictate our feelings and actions, we can consciously choose to view challenges as opportunities for growth. One effective method for reframing negative thoughts is cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. This approach encourages us to identify and challenge our negative thoughts, replacing them with more balanced perspectives. Let's walk through a simple CBT exercise together. Start by noticing a negative thought as it arises. For instance, you might think, "I always mess things up." Next, ask yourself, is this thought based on facts, or is it an overreaction? Reflect on past experiences where you succeeded despite mistakes. Finally, reframe the thought to something more constructive, like, "I've made mistakes before, but I've also learned and grown from them." This process not only alters your perspective, but also empowers you to face challenges more effectively. Another powerful way to reframe negativity is through a gratitude practice. By focusing on what we're grateful for, we shift our attention away from negative thoughts. A practical tip is to keep a daily gratitude journal. Each evening, write down 3 things you're thankful for that day, no matter how small. This simple exercise can help cultivate a more positive mindset, as it trains your brain to notice the good in your life counteracting the tendency to focus solely on the negatives. Now that we've covered these essential techniques for reframing negative thoughts, get ready for the final, most powerful technique that can truly revolutionize your mental landscape. Stay tuned, as it's one you won't want to miss. The final and most transformative technique is mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness allows us to become aware of our negative thoughts without immediately reacting to them. Instead of being swept up in the emotion or the story that the thought creates, mindfulness teaches us to observe these thoughts in a non-judgmental way, creating the space we need to change. Through meditation, we can train our minds to be more present. The more aware we are of our thoughts, the easier it becomes to break the cycle of negativity and replace it with something more empowering. It's like stepping outside the storm of thoughts and watching it pass rather than being caught in the chaos. Remember, you are in control of your mental landscape. Your thoughts are not who you are. They're simply passing experiences that you have the power to change. By consciously choosing to focus on positivity, gratitude and balance, you begin to shape a new reality for yourself. This shift isn't instant, but with consistency, it will transform how you experience life. Let me share a quick story. Imagine someone who constantly felt overwhelmed by self-doubt. Every new challenge felt like a burden, and they believed they were destined to fail. But one day, they decided to take control. They started small, practicing mindfulness, noticing their negative thoughts, and challenging them. Over time, they replaced their self-doubt with self-compassion, learned to see challenges as opportunities, and gradually built a more positive, resilient mindset. As their thoughts shifted, so did their reality. They began experiencing success and fulfillment in ways they never thought possible. This kind of transformation is available to each one of us. All it takes is the decision to begin. So to quickly recap, negative thoughts have the power to distort our perception of reality, making challenges seem bigger than they are. But the good news is, by reframing our thoughts, practicing gratitude, and cultivating mindfulness, we can transform our mindset, and in turn, transform our entire reality. Remember, you have the power to change the way you think, and that change starts now. Now, it's your turn. Try practicing one of the techniques we discussed today, whether it's a CBT exercise, keeping a gratitude journal, or incorporating mindfulness into your daily routine. I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share your experience with negative thoughts, or how you plan to take charge of your mindset moving forward. Thank you for being amazing. Until next time, stay empowered.